What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Wolfcar here, and welcome to my first new build guide for Diablo 3 in a couple of seasons. I do want to let you all know that during Season 24, I do plan on updating most, if not all, of my Diablo 3 monk build guides, as a lot has changed since they first got uploaded. But without further delay, let's talk about the newly revamped Inna's Mantra build for the monk in Diablo 3 that just went live, and what will most likely be the strongest Greater Rift build for the monk in Season 24. As I said, the Inna's Mantra set for the monk has been totally revamped and has been reworked to put the emphasis of the set's damage bonuses onto your mystic allies themselves, rather than granting a blanket damage boost to all of the monk's skills. This build is pretty fun and can be built a few different ways depending on your playstyle and your goals, but one or two versions of the build will most likely rise to the top, and I believe this will be a very viable version for top-end play. This build centers around the Inna's Mantra set, and you will have to have the 6-piece set bonus in effect in order to be able to run it. This version runs 5 pieces of the Inna's set: the helm, gloves, chest, pants, and belt, with a cubed ring of royal grandeur, giving us that sweet 6-piece set bonus. This will allow us to increase the base passive effects of our allies by 100%, have all 4 Mystic Ally passives continually, gain some nice damage reduction, 5% for each ally, and increase the damage of our Mystic Allies by 3,000% for each Mystic Ally we have out. As you attack with this set, you will spawn more Mystic Allies, up to 10, to fight by your side. We will double our Mystic Allies by wearing the crudest boots, gain some hefty damage mitigation through Lefebvre's Soliloquy and Spirit Guards in our shoulder and bracer slots respectively. Lefebvre's will give us damage reduction whenever we cast Cyclone Strike, and Spirit Guards will give us even more mitigation whenever we attack with our generator skills. For our jewelry slots, we are running the Endless Walk set, giving us damage reduction while moving and increasing our damage output whenever we stand still. The other ring is going to be a Convention of Elements, which rotates through all of our available damage types, giving them up to 200% increased damage for 4 seconds during their portion of the rotation. In this build, we will be utilizing the Fire Mystic Allies, so we will focus on the Fire Rotation when it comes to the Convention of Elements, or COE for short. For our weapons, outside of Season 24, the Shenlong's Fist weapon set will be our best in slot, as there are no real weapons that actively increase our Mystic Ally damage as any type of legendary affix. This set will increase our damage by 350% whenever we reach full spirit. The caveat being that once we reach full spirit, we will lose spirit at a very rapid rate. Since this build is all about timing, we will easily be able to manage that, and I will go over the timing of the build when we talk about the skills later on in this video. As far as Season 24 goes, using one of the monk's ethereal items will definitely be useful, especially with the ability to get the Flying Dragon passive on a one-hander, allowing us to cube a Furnace for 50% more elite damage, or Messersmiths for some handy-dandy cooldown on our abilities, and we can combine this with something like Crystal Fist, giving us a bit more damage reduction, or even something like Echoing Fury. In the cube, we are running the Flying Dragon, which will periodically double our attack speed, Ring of Royal Grandeur to give us our 6-piece set bonus while only wearing 5 pieces of the inner set, and the Bindings of the Lesser Gods, which will increase the damage of our Fire Mystic Allies by 400% against enemies that we hit with Cyclone Strike. For our gems, we are running Bane of the Trapped, Bane of the Stricken, and Enforcer. Stricken, however, can be taken out for lower tier Greater Rifts and replaced with something like Gogok of Swiftness. Pain Enhancer, or Wreath of Lightning for more cooldown, clear damage, or movement speed. Now, let's talk skills. I personally run Epiphany Desert Shroud for that 50% damage reduction, but this can be swapped out for Serenity Ascension if you desire, Dashing Strike Blinding Speed for mobility and some decent dodge chance, Cyclone Strike Implosion for the ability to pull in enemies and activate the legendary powers of Lefebvre's and the Bindings of the Lesser Gods. And once again here, I'm going to veer off from the pack a little bit with my choice to use Breath of Heaven infused with light. This allows me to rapidly gain spirit as my Convention of Elements rotation nears its fire damage boost. You could instead run Blinding Flash. That is a possibility. That is what some people are running, but I personally like the added spirit boost that Breath of Heaven infused with light gives me. For a generator, we run Way of the 100 Fists Assimilation, giving a damage bonus based on the number of enemies we hit, which, since this build excels at dealing with large groups of enemies and timing our execution, is a pretty decent damage bump. And last but not least, we have Mystic Ally, Fire Ally. These bad boys explode, dealing massive damage when you use the active ability, especially when timing everything correctly. Upon reaching about 3/4 of the way through my Convention of Elements cold rotation, I begin casting Breath of Heaven, followed by Cyclone Strike and our Mystic Ally active ability, just as our fire rotation starts, clearing large packs of monsters and massively damaging elites. As far as passives go, I run with the Guardian's Path, Beacon of Ytar, Harmony, and Near-Death Experience, though with the Followers Get Out of Death passives, you can probably drop this for something like Seize the Initiative or Resolve. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The Inna's Mantra set is probably going to be the top build for the Monk in the upcoming season, and I, for one, am loving the new set and am pretty hyped to get back on the Monk and play some Diablo 3. As I stated at the start, I do plan on revisiting all of my Monk build guides throughout this upcoming Season 24 and refreshing them, so if that is something that interests you, consider leaving a like and hitting that subscribe button down below. And don't forget to let me know your thoughts on this build guide and the upcoming season. Thank you so very much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. I always greatly appreciate it. And have a fantastic day. Peace.